And we'll work down the line with June. Trent, say that the Corner Brook Pulp and Paper Mill is forced to shut down in 3 years. What do we do to prepare between now and then? And where do you see Corner Brook going after that?
Well, let's hope that won't happen. I mean, that would never be a good thing. But like I said the other night, I said, Corner Brook, Corner Brook is not the paper mill, and the paper mill is not Corner Brook, And we've seen a lot of, Grand Falls and Stephenville, they went through this same thing, and everyone thought it was going to be a big, terrible thing, and they just come out just fine. I mean, and they're growing, and you just, if God help us that ever happened, I mean, you just have to do what you should be doing anyway. You should be trying to foster a business-friendly environment. You hear a lot of people going down to City Hall now with nightmare stories. Everyone I run into, I'm in the contracting industry. I'm talking to people that deal with the city all the time, right? And they're saying the same things. You can't deal with them. They're not open for business. There's too much waste. This is the kind of stuff you got. I mean, you got to change people's perception of this stuff. It's got to be a different attitude down there at City Hall. When you come into the door, you don't try to find ways to stop them. Try to help them get where they want to go. Help them achieve their goals. And if you open up that environment like that, I mean, this place will flourish.
Okay, thank you very much. Jim?
Thank you, and I know this was a question that we have all discussed the other evening, and I would certainly echo your comments that it would be a sad day to lose our pulp and paper, which was the primary industry here, but no longer the primary employer. We've all already acknowledged that there are other major employers, including the hospital and education and other large employers. That doesn't mean that it isn't the heart of our community, that the mill workers and the mill, it has a sense of the beat and the pulse of our community, and we still listen to the whistles at various times in the day. Unfortunately, I don't believe that we would have a 3-year sunset to plan for the demise of something like that. I think it would be much sadder than that. It would be much more sudden than that. And so consequently, the good, steady practices, the day-to-day that you do, such as searching out, researching new business opportunities, so that you can continue to grow your workplace, to grow the number of workers and employees that you have, and also working on the quality of life that's here for the existing residents, so that you attract new people to come to the community. Stand you in good stead when it comes to the pulp and paper and to Kruger. And again, I don't believe that it's always a negative. From out of the ashes, the phoenix rises again, and we saw that indeed in Stephenville and in Grand Falls, Windsor. So would we ever want to see it happen? Of course not. But in the event that it did, we believe that Corner Brook are survivors, and that we would work through that issue as well. Okay, thank you, Jim. Alton?
Of course, it's just like everybody else has said, it's not something we look forward to seeing happening. Again, as I said, this question was presented a little while ago, so we had some time to think about it. I guess I forgot about what we said the other night. I should review my notes. But yeah, at one time, I mean, 1,800 people down there, approximately 600 there right now. We have taken up some of the slack in like I said, with the post-secondary education around here and the hospital of Western Health here, et cetera, et cetera. However, I think that, as was stated, we're not going to get much of a notice. I don't think that if there is such a notice, it will be very quick. And then are we prepared? No, if it happens that fast. So we should be proactive. We should be seeking business all the time. Shouldn't that be the fact that we're all thinking that the mill is going to close, that we got to do it now? We should be at it all the time. I mean, we should be selling ourselves all the time. And as I said, sell what we got first, then work on the rest of it later, because we have got the natural resources in the area. We can somehow, like I said, promote, and that's it. And that's where I think we should be going.
All right, thank you all. Gary?
I've said, as I've stated the other night previously, on my website, I've stated publicly that I think that the city needs to at least have a plan and start to look and think about in the unfortunate event that this ever happens. As long as the mill is open, and we have to support, that's a vital part of our city, and as long as those stores are open, I mean, we have to support that mill. Let me be quite clear on that. But at the same time, I think, it's incumbent upon us to plan for the event. I mean, that is a brutal industry that the mill is competing in right now, the international paper market. I think we really have to have a plan moving forward. And I have said this publicly and repeatedly for a number of years. I mean, what would we do if the mill did close? I mean, Model Forest, Sean Dolter and the Model Forest is doing some pioneering work right here in our backyard. We have an arboretum here, again, just at the highway. I mean, I think, quite honestly, that the solution is, at least in my mind, quite clear. We can concentrate on the environment and sort of be an environmental hotspot, hub, pioneering activity in conjunction with the schools here. I mean, high-tech jobs. We have the college, the North Atlantic, we have Grenfell campus, Academy Canada. Let's not forget the School of Nursing. Environment, high-tech. Let's begin to look at some new ways that we can start to market ourselves to the world as well.
Okay, thank you, Gary. Kara?
I'm really sorry.
Sorry.
You're probably seeing
sing a
me.
song while
You're probably
Kara's
seeing
blowing
me yawn, and it's not because I'm bored. It's because I'm actually freezing. I'm so cold. I'm wearing mittens. I feel like I need a blanket or a scarf. Something.
Do you need something hot to drink or anything?
I'll get that in a minute. I'm going to answer the question first. I agree with what everybody's saying about the new business and all that, and I would like to say that, we can't forget the tourism sector as well. I mean, 518,000 people came to Newfoundland last year alone, and that's a pretty significant number. Corner Brook is an epicenter for Western Newfoundland. I mean, people get off the boat, they come here, they pick up their groceries, maybe stay a night, pick up a few souvenirs, go to the Visitor Information Center, check out some of the highlights that we have here in regards to tourism, the galleries, things of that sort, and then they're off to Rosemore, which is, where everybody wants to go. So I think, too, if Corner Brook kind of wrapped our heads around, how we can make Corner Brook more of a tourist attraction, but not in a, I guess, stereotypical sort of way. We do have some historic monuments here, like Captain James Cook, and we have the Railway Museum and the Museum of Archives as well, and of course the galleries. And I mean, Newfoundland has lots to offer anyway, so I think, the new businesses and all that are great, and I think if we kind of make it all very cohesive and a collective unit and include tourism with that, then, we could be striving, no problem. I don't see it being a problem at all. I think Corner Brook's just onward and upward, really.
Okay, thank you, Tara. Any follow-up comment?